Toby thought that there'd be a little bit more follow-up, but it's not the case. They trade fluxes, but it's Marvel gets focused down. Eileen finds the kill. Quick trade here. Rio and Nero going down for the charge, and it's going to be the Seoul Dynasty fighting back, and they are going to get the flip on the point.
Eileen gets a couple, but now Guangzhou have put themselves one fight away from taking this very first point. Sitting at 99%, they have Barrage.
You were looking for a couple of kills there to turn it around. That could have been the hero play. Instead, Fitz kills himself. It's all over the place right now. Seoul Dynasty losing players. Jaehong got naded, but he barely survives.
As the Desperation Barrage was shut down immediately there, and now Guangzhou's just going to be trickling back in, looking for a miracle. But without Eileen to try to bring this back, it's going to be tough. They're getting kills here and there.
Yeah, the Charge, they never give up. They never say die. Hotmo with 2. This might be it. They can turn it around right here. The Charge still in this fight. It's 99-99. Whoever wins this fight is going to take the first point of this series.
Eileen comes in huge and gets a couple of late kills.
Unbelievable.
It's Hotpa who brought that back entirely. It's a small sample size, but coming into today, before it doesn't pick up those next couple of kills, you're in trouble, so the flank does get no value.
Bongos are in now. And now it's going to be the opening here for Seoul Dynasty. That additional damage making the difference. They're going to be able to beam down these players on the Charge. The Charge not really going to throw anything into this. You got Hotba, he's going to die with the Flux. Nero went down with the Blossom. They're going to hold on to those ults. Soundbarrier gets thrown in as well by Toby. Nice delay there. Really trying to churn it around here on the Charge. 2 kills for the Soul, and there's a third, and it's a wipe. Seoul Dynasty going to tie it up.
A later and more impactful sound barrier by Toby was the tail of that fight. Chara forced to use it.
Shields move on through as a group here together. Marvel, eyes on him now. He's got the Flux. Meteor Strike is in. That's Fleta opening it up with the help of Fitz. They don't even need to, but he's going to go ahead and throw it in anyway. Seoul Dynasty just looking to end this fight right here, right now, and take the lead in the series. Point will get flipped. Anybody here? No, it's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to touch in time. Nobody can make it for the Charge, and it's the Seoul Dynasty taking the first map of the series.
Seoul's done such a great job of controlling space with their ultimates.
Right. I knew you would make that joke. I was thinking about it earlier too. Well, that's, you know, great minds, all that. Shu, though, gonna beam down Toby. And so far, Seoul Dynasty, they're fighting back. Fitz doesn't matter, he gets the dead eye, he's a dead man, and the Charge is running right through the defense. It's going to be the Charge taking over the first point and unlocking the payload. 2
very early kills, and then the Seoul Dynasty had to rotate through the hotel. It's not an ideal place, especially when a Moira orb can come through. The only thing that can negate a Moira orb
here on the Charge, and Seoul Dynasty are still hanging in this. Fitz bopped out of the way, but that's still a lot of damage going in with the Blossom. 2 kills for the Seoul Dynasty, and the Charge, despite their teleporting antics, are not able to break the defense.
Seoul did a great job of recognizing the ultimate they had to deny, and it happened to be Shu. He was using Coalescence, but they all filtered him out. Shu was on the other side of the archway, while his team was in there fighting because Seoul boxed him out. Victory Blizzard right there.
Sick work there. Get in there, you have an opportunity, go for the throw.
It's still Buzzy the position now. Now you got him back in the corner.
Oh, perfect. Chara, nowhere to hide, he gets picked. There's the Seoul Dynasty, they smash him. The Charge sent packing, and the Seoul Dynasty, they get the job done.
Yeah, and guess where the Charge are gonna spawn?
Miles away.
It's barely on the same map.
It's on the tube, Hex. I mean, it is King's Row.
Some of them are... Fitz can go as aggressive as he wants because he's got the escape. There's the escape.
Right on through, right on the top. Hotba splattered flat. Now Eileen's gone as well. Rio's not going to be around for long either. Fitz on a murderous tear. Wiping them out, and that is the Seoul Dynasty. Closing out the map in fine style. 2-0.
Supercharger's going to come out.
Yeah, oh, and then Eileen. Perfect way to open it up. Fitz is gone. Toby with the sound barrier, though. Trying to keep his team up, and it is working so far. Shu has to stay alive. He needs to be here to provide the healing for his team as Eileen flattens Michelle. Big kills coming in here for the Charge. They can make all the difference. Jaehong caught it out in the open. Happy finding 2, and that should be the Seoul Dynasty. The defense has finally been cracked here, Hex.
Able to get it through, even though there was a nice accretion on his Shu during his ultimate. He's got to get some work done on his Ashe if they want any chance. A big anti opens things up, a huge anti from Shu.
Yeah, Fitz is gone. That's a lot of damage. Pressure gone, but they're trading it back, and Shu dying isn't going to help things, but Happy's out in the open. Full shots right to the face, and he's making life difficult here for the Seoul Dynasty. who is contesting on the point right now. It looks like it's Eileen who's got that body on there, but he's gone. And now the Seoul Dynasty, very quick first take out of position. But now it is. We're going to get the Flux on one side and countered by the other. Sound barrier used by Toby. Charge didn't have his online. That might come back to hurt the Charge. Plenty of pressure getting poured on here by the Seoul Dynasty, and it's a sweep of the defense. Real progress getting made here on the second point, and the Seoul Dynasty, they've done it all right.
It's the second time that a better barrier has won Seoul Dynasty. At least some progress on this fight. A last second, the barrier now comes out from Chara as his team in desperation mode just hit touch the point.
Oh man, Eileen just got blasted though. Happy with the double, and nobody's on the point. Michelle, you look good. Oh, that
mistimed punch.
That's crazy. The May block. Eileen right now is just desperately trying to find a kill. But it's his teammates who will do it. Chara and Shu. Finally, it works out here for the Charge. Eventually, something had to give, and it turns out it's the Seoul Dynasty's backs.
It comes from that initial knockoff of Marvel on the high ground. That means they have one less barrier up top, which means you can't fight up top. And they all have to leave. Barely lives.
There it is. Oh, crap. So many on the side of Seoul as well. Terrific damage going out onto the defense now. Seoul Dynasty already down a man. That's not going to help things. Marvel, that's putting him even further behind on the Flux.
Flutter's got to live. Flutter's got Blizzard. Oh, Flutter almost had Blizzard.
This might be it. 2 ticks, looking for a third here. It is entirely possible for the Charge to just steamroll them, and they do just that.
Toby barrier
it up the way the Charge did to them.
What are you doing, Chara?
He's rolling, man. Rolling, and now he's dead. He doesn't have to worry about anything anymore, Hex. That's how it works. There you go, 2 kills for the Seoul Dynasty.
He was all alone. Chara also had a terrible Horizon Lunar Colony yesterday, where he peaked twice and got Widowmaker twice.
That's a good point. Good to bring it up, yeah.
He's all alone on the point, and you can't...
Just hunting for targets.
Chara trying for the redemption story. That barrier kept Guangzhou in this fight. No doubt about it. The Flux comes in late.
Nice play to take Hoppa out of the picture, but now you got Marvel and Jayhawk who are gone. Back and forth, but this favors the Charge. They can keep coming through here, and it's the Dynasty who've got further to run.
Fleta is just pounding right now, though. Picks up too late. Chara is going to die. Is there going to be enough stall? They bring in the Diva to try to do just that.
Not again. Not again. Twice running. But that bought enough time for Rio to roll his way back into the point now as well.
What is happening?
This is unreal that they're still in this. Now you've got a Diva, that's Michelle. Anything that gets you back to the point quickly, that's what Seoul Dynasty are going for right now. Vince is gonna have time to get back in here too, Hex. And then when you have that explosive power, he can actually just run in here and start dropping bodies. The unbelievable Seoul Dynasty stabilize. I'm gonna call it, Hex. They gotta stabilize. No way!
It's only one. It's 3-1 here, and if Seoul bring this back, then I don't know what to believe anymore. It will be Guangzhou holding on this defense. They will have 141 to at least tie up.
Contestant, it's now looking like it's now. Fleta. Oh, there's Happy. Once again, Fleta, now you gotta come up with the goods, buddy. But it's not enough. Eileen takes Michelle. Marvel is gone as well. This is the Charge fighting back. This is the Charge righting the wrongs.
I mean, Jaehong dies, but it's kind of Fleta's fault. Fleta went in. Great preemptive meteor strike there to get the opposing.
Kill the Lantern! Kill the Lantern! All right, Fleta's in there with the Blossom now.
We got a Winston on the field. We're in absolute chaos mode.
This is unbelievable. This is unreal. It's just going back and forth, but this has got to be it. The Charge, they couldn't quite find it. They couldn't get it done. It's all on the Seoul Dynasty now, just collecting the kills. Hoppa rolling his way into the grave, and it will be a draw. All right, that's the way. As the Flux comes through, I mean, I guess, yeah, just controlling gravity and doing all sorts of crazy things like this also makes you scratch your head and wonder. But they're trading kills back and forth here on both sides. It's a it's a first point picked up here for the Charge. 4 minutes 20 on the clock. And the Seoul Dynasty just continuing to fight back, but it feels like it's been just a never-ending battle here for both of these teams. You know what else can open up? A fist to the face. All the attention right now on Fitz, but that gave Fleta a chance. It's only Chara going down, though.
Oh, great hold. Pulls 3 off the top. They don't have to worry about the high ground now.
Oh, there's the grab, though. Gets ganked down. Big damage. Follow-up from Eileen. He's right there to collect the kills, and it's a wipe. Charge running right through him. Seoul Dynasty, they did the dead. Seoul Dynasty looking to collect the loot. They're trying to get in here, and Nero gone as well is going to make things even better here for Seoul. Shu with the Coalescence, though, making it very difficult to find more kills here for the Seoul Dynasty. Instead, it's Hotba and Shu.
He can't cut him out when Hotba's still alive. He puts down so much damage on Sigma. They also have the Orisa's very difficult to kill, and now Shu's getting in on the action.
Yes, Shu. Point in their general direction, and they will eventually, at some point, die. We've all played deathmatch against Moiras.
I'm sorry for that, by the way.
Yeah, dude. There it is. They get the 3 points, but just sub. Is it an actual accretion, or is it just a brick falling off the top of the wall there? You never know. You never know in these old cities. Oh, nice nade gets thrown in. Fitz and Michelle being careful, but it's Nero coming up with the quad. Looking for the ace. Give it to him. Hotba, you robber.
I'll call it though. It's done whatever he wanted. No one looked at it. He was above this whole time. They decide to rotate in, and yeah, into the loving arms of a rocket barrage.
All I want is an ace hex. Well, Michelle hanging in. It's on Seoul Dynasty now. Come on, they need to keep their players alive. Eileen the one to go next, and so far Jaehong has been in the right place at the right time. He's kept his teammates up, and the Seoul Dynasty have got a fair shot at picking up a second point and keeping their hopes alive on this map.
They're gonna get it. I wonder if Nero is staying on this, or if it was just the most optimistic barrage in the world. And that, I mean, look.
Sound barrier used here by Toby, but you're gonna get the flux, and it's just timed perfectly. He holds it long enough for Michelle to take the damage. And that is going to be a one fight here for the Charge, barring some miracle happening for the Seoul Dynasty, but it's not looking likely. And it's the Charge who will hold, and the Charge get on the board. 2-1 to score. Marvel's just gonna absorb all that. Thanks for the free barrier, bro. And Seoul Dynasty, I mean, 5 alive still for the Seoul Dynasty. They've still got all the advantage. Marvel finding the final blows, and the flux just for good measure.
It's all over, but the Dian just needs some cleanup here right now. It is not going to go the Charge's way unless I have never seen a game of Overwatch in my life. That doesn't seem to be the case.
Way behind in terms of statistics right now. The Seoul Dynasty, who are flat out dominating, but their damage dealers are ahead of the Charge damage dealers, and that's making all the difference here when you're relying so heavily on the fist to find the kills. So 95%, is anybody going to be able to make it to the point? It's not looking likely. They've got just a split second here, and it's not happening. Charge cannot making it in time. We're going to get Nero all buffed up, and this is when he can do serious damage. Fitz first to go down in this fight, and Michelle, yep, Nero's just doing too much damage when he's boosted, even without the boost.
Anti comes in, and they're going to clean this one up. The Charge will take this first point, and I don't think you can overstate that sleep dart enough, because it didn't get any kills, right?
Easy fight on his hands. Because the Dynasty, I mean, unless you're getting some god tier flux, they're still way off. Yeah, so you're going to get both of the bongos in. Now Nero's in with the blood. Yeah, this is big damage. Boosted. Boosted Blossom just wrecks everything.
All right, so just to clarify, before I thought I was losing my mind, a good flux, and then Nano, Nero, or Eileen to get in and finish.
Well, that's a start. Taking Fitz out of the picture early.
But someone's got to get some payload. It's Chara, but Chara's dead. Someone else has to get the payload now.
Who's gonna make it? Who's gonna make it? We do have the setup. Yes, they do manage to get a body on there, but they've given up a lot to do so. Still, big kills coming through here for the Charge. 3 laid low for the Seoul Dynasty. Jaehong barely holds on. You still got Flooding, you still got Fitz though. They have their ults, and Michelle's gonna make the change. She's going for the Hammond.
Nope, there. What? No one gets there.
Here moving in, Fleta keeping the angle wide though, wanted to put the pressure on, maximum pressure leads to Hotba, getting overwhelmed.
Hotba kind of took himself out of the party, but his healers are going to be there. No, Chara goes for the bold res, and that might just be fight.
That was confidence building there, or the opposite of that. Nero, goodbye.
No, he's still there, but even though the primary from Doof is not
holding up there, but they just got obliterated there. I mean, Charge, rough one. Let's see it though. Nero, the first to go down here for the Charge. That's not going to help things. But again, it's just Fitz. Fitz doing Fitz things. He's just running them up right now in the back line. 3 kills for Fitz. Eileen chiming in, saying, hey, I'm here too. But Fitz, he is just all the timing impeccable. What a save. That would have been a dead Eileen. Well, it turns out he will collect the kill anyway. And the Seoul Dynasty right now just will not be stopped.
And forces out the barrier from Chara.
Yeah, this is the perfect opening now for the Seoul Dynasty to push forward and just slam it home. Charge, they're getting forced back on every side now. Some good healing coming in from Jaehong, and they are just pushing forward. Seoul Dynasty right now, can they get the job done? Can they just collect the 3 points? Not record time, but it's pretty close. 2:50 on the clock, and Seoul just going for it. It's Seoul Dynasty. They have to collect the 3 now. There's nothing really that can be done for the Charge. They are Hanma. Thought for a second he might contest it, but it's not meant to be. And the Seoul Dynasty with the coalescence to beam his way through, and it's Eileen who goes down first here for the Charge. And the Seoul Dynasty, they might be making it happen here. Hex is looking good. It's Shu and Char, the last 2 alive, and the quick take for the Seoul Dynasty. A victory for Seoul and a spot in the playoffs.